The story follows Kaden Arashi, a prodigy raised by the clandestine order known as the Silent Dawn. Following the cataclysmic events of the previous installment, Kaden struggles to unite his fading humanity with the brutal role destiny demands of him. However, the rise of a new enemy faction, the Kurokiba Syndicate, forces him back into action. Unlike traditional villains, this syndicate blends ancient forbidden techniques with cutting-edge technology, making them not only a potent foe but a mirror of what Kaden might become should he lose sight of his purpose. Players follow him through neon-washed cities, forgotten temples strangled by roots and secrets, and enemy compounds fortified with surveillance systems so sophisticated that strategy becomes essential to survival. This world is hostile, beautiful, and alive, reacting to the player's decisions and rewarding both caution and daring. Ninja2 ShadowStrike distinguishes itself through its combat system, a fluid blend of precision, timing, and creative improvisation. Every battle feels like choreography, swift, violent, but elegantly controlled. The developers have designed a combat engine that responds to player intent, allowing seamless transitions between stealth takedowns, acrobatic assaults, and devastating shadow techniques that manipulate darkness itself. Unlike traditional hack-and-slash games, ShadowStrike encourages players to think like a ninja: observe, plan, strike, and vanish. The enemy AI is adaptive, capable of coordinating ambushes, calling in reinforcements, or laying traps of their own. This transforms encounters from simple fights into tactical puzzles, each requiring a different approach based on environment, weapon loadout, or enemy type. Weaponry is a highlight of the experience, from classic tools like kunai, shuriken, and the silent tanto to advanced devices that amplify shadow manipulation. The spectral weave system, one of the game's defining features, allows players to channel and shape darkness into offensive or defensive forms. Players can create temporary shadow duplicates to confuse foes, cloak themselves in complete invisibility for escape, or unleash condensed shadow energy in explosive bursts. These abilities are not simply power-ups, they are intricately tied to the narrative and Kaden's internal conflict. The more shadow power he uses, the greater the risk of losing himself to its influence, adding a strategic moral weight to every ability deployed. This careful balancing act pushes players to consider not just how to win fights but how to maintain the character's fragile equilibrium. Visually, Ninja2 ShadowStrike is a technological showcase. Using real-time global illumination, advanced particle systems, and hyper-detailed animation, the game crafts a world that feels simultaneously mythical and futuristic. In dim alleyways, neon glints off puddles while holographic advertisements flicker over rooftops. Lantern-lit temples cast warm light across weathered stone floors, creating dynamic shadows that play directly into stealth mechanics. Dense forests sway realistically as the wind rustles through leaves, making it harder to detect enemies by sound alone. Whether exploring sprawling cityscapes or creeping through enemy hideouts, every frame feels like a still from a high-budget action film. The attention to detail is breathtaking. Fabric physics simulate the way robes and armor flow around movement, blades spark realistically on metal contact, and environmental destruction responds dynamically to combat. The narrative is equally ambitious, diving into themes of identity, honor, and the cost of embracing power. Kaden's struggle is emotional as much as it is physical. Throughout the story, he encounters allies and enemies whose motivations challenge his understanding of good and evil. Some characters view him as a relic of an outdated world, others consider him a threat to the delicate balance of order. The Kurokiba Syndicate's leader, known only as the Sovereign, is a particularly compelling antagonist. With a past intertwined unexpectedly with Kaden's lineage, the Sovereign believes that the evolution of humanity depends on embracing the forbidden shadow arts without restraint. This ideological clash sets the stage for an intense saga that spans betrayal, revelations, and a final confrontation that forces players to choose how Kaden will define his legacy. One of the standout additions to ShadowStrike is the enhanced open mission structure. While still retaining focused story missions, the game presents expansive zones filled with side quests, hidden lore fragments, assassination contracts, and stealth challenges. Each area is built with verticality in mind, encouraging wall running, rooftop traversal, grappling hook maneuvers, and underground infiltration. Environmental storytelling is strong. Ruins whisper forgotten histories, graffiti hints at rebellion, and overheard conversations reveal the world's shifting tensions. Meanwhile, the day-night cycle and weather system influence both visibility and enemy patrol behavior. Rain dampens footsteps, fog obscures movement, and thunderstorms create natural sound cover for stealth assassinations. Multiplayer elements have grown substantially for 2025. The cooperative mode lets players team up as customizable initiates of the Silent Dawn, blending their unique playstyles to execute coordinated missions. Synchronizing attacks, sharing shadow abilities, or performing dual takedowns offers a level of cooperative satisfaction